Now, for question number 14, it's also a very hot question that people may tend to miss. I'm going to show you a mistake first. Okay, I'm going to show you a mistake. The mistake that I've seen so far that's very frequent is this. So they would do something like this. They would take out the absolute value, and they do that, and then write down the or statement. Okay, well, first it is less than, so it's not or, it's actually and, but that's not the main point yet. That's the main point. All right. So what happens here? What is the mistake here? Is that they write this statement too prematurely. You don't do that. That's not the right time. So this is what happens when people are memorizing math. They're like, I remember something. I remember I have to write two things. But when? They forgot. That's not right. What is right is this. You always clean it up first. You always clean it up first. And then you divide it by 5, and you have this. Now think about this. Think about this. You have 5 times something plus 2. It's less than or equal to 12. So does it make sense that this something has to be a 2 or less than 2? This whole thing right here? Because that's how it's supposed to happen. 5 times 2 plus 2 is equal to 12, right? So that's how we have this inequality. Then we break it off into 2 separate statements. We say 2x minus 7 is less than 2. It is less than is an and. 2x minus 7 is greater than negative 2 because we have a negative, so we have to flip the sign. Then you start to take care of the business right here. So x is less than or equal to 9/2. And then you have a 5 right here. So x is greater than or equal to 5/2. So you have 5/2 right here, and you have 9/2 right here. It's an and relationship. So that means we are looking at the region that they overlap with each other, which is right here. For interval notation, it will be bracket 5/2, comma 9/2, close bracket. We use bracket because we will include these values together. We will include both of these two values. That's why we use bracket. And we say include because it's there's an equal sign in the inequality. And for set notation, we'll say x is equal x such that, and then we just go ahead and write down compound inequality because it's a lot more convenient than writing 2 separate things. Okay, so again, I want to highlight a few things right here. First, when do you break down to 2 different statements? You always clean it up so that you have just the absolute value expression on a single side. Okay, usually on the left-hand side. Then you break it down. Next, make sure you know that it's not always or. There's a chance of this being and that if it's a less than, okay, then it's an and. If it's a greater, then it's an or, okay. And then just go ahead and solve as usual, and then you present your solution. And this is an and relationship, so you want to mix them. You want to find the overlapped region.